there is something happening at home right now, or even in your room right now, that is affecting your health, that you have no idea about, you have no knowledge that this thing is actually affecting your health. I'm a doctor, and I have been up the whole night trying to figure out why are we in this fix? Why is it that we are living in this world and everything we are doing is actually trying to put food on the table to survive the next day and etc. Yet still things around us keeps killing or keeps failing us. Today I'm talking about indoor air quality, which most people ignore, but it is the major determinant factor of how healthy we may seem outside. Now, come with me. So, if you look at the Environmental Protection Agency data or their sources, they said the air pollution in indoor areas is 2 to 5 times more polluted than those of the outside, the pollution that we think is happening outside. Let me break that down. You see, outside, like where I'm seated right now, every air that comes out here is actually moving, or it vaporizes into thin air. Now, let's talk about the ones in your room. In the room, there are quite a number of chemicals that are being bounded. You see, you painted your room when you moved into that new building, isn't it? Yes. The tables, the chairs, they've been sprayed with different forms of lead and other chemicals. Your perfume, the shower gels, the things you are using to wash your utensils, the cleaning detergent, and everything around you actually tends to bring out some amount of chemicals. But all these chemicals, they have all been in an enclosed environment, and this prevents the air from actually entering and changing from toxin or polluted air to fresh air. And this is what I'm talking about. Most of these chemicals are odorless. They don't actually have any scent, or you can see that they are invisible. And so a long-term effect of some of these things may have issues with respiratory problems, with cognitive problems, and even some of them leads to certain cancers that are so difficult to even treat. Let me bring just about 3 to your knowledge. 1, carbon monoxide. You see, in recent times, majority of the apartments have included carbon monoxide detectors because the gas is actually very toxic. When it binds with your hemoglobin, it may lead to cause a very, very huge or toxic effect. You see, it's odorless, so you can't really smell it, and it has no color, so you can't really detect it. And so without a detector, it means whatever you are doing is just a waste of time. Please get a detector for carbon monoxide toxicity so that it can help you detect some of these things and save yourself. The next one I'm going to talk about, I know it's very, very common, and that has to do with what? Molds. Now, when we talk about molds, everyone, if especially you live in Europe, you can tell that there are molds everywhere, or molds tend to grow everywhere. It usually grows in poorly ventilated areas where there's no adequate supply of oxygen, or let's say air. And especially this happens when during the winter periods people want to keep warm and all that, and so they tend to close their louvers and other places. So poor ventilated areas, damp areas, there are a lot of molds that occur in areas like this. The molds actually tend to affect respiratory issues and also affect people with asthma. So if you live in an area where there are a lot of molds, you need to make sure that these molds are carefully dealt with. You open your doors or your windows sometimes just to make sure there is fresh air passing through. You make sure there is no increased humidity in your environment, just to help you with the breathing. Now, the third one will surprise you. Have you seen someone who doesn't smoke, or let's say the person is a non-smoker, yet the person has lung cancer? Yes, this is a particular type of gas which is called radon gas. This gas actually seeps out from the soil. So in the soil, you tend to have these gases coming out. It doesn't have color, it doesn't have any smell, but as we walk on daily basis, it tends to get into us. So you would have inhaled a lot of these radon gases, and then you take it indoor. Now you'll be bringing it out and be inhaling it by yourself. You see these three gases, you see these three things I have just mentioned, they can actually break down. And that is why I'm so worried about the air, or the amount of oxygen we are breathing indoors compared to the ones we are breathing outdoor. Now, let me get to practical approach to how you can deal with these things. I know opening your windows and all those things are there. You see the environment I'm in? Yes, there are natural filters. You can also put HEPA filters in your room so that it can filter out some of these toxic gases that tend to come in. You can also get carbon monoxide detectors, which will be able to detect immediately there is carbon monoxide that is increasing and you are breathing it in. It can detect it, beep for you to as well be aware, and your house owners will come in to help repair, or the environmental protection will come in to help work some of these things out. Don't ignore some of these advice. It's very, very necessary. At least 10 minutes minimum for you to open your windows at home so that air can at least pass through it. When you finish, you turn on your heater. It should be able to work to help you out. Now, if you have anything like radon detectors, carbon monoxide, mold detectors, and all these things, kindly comment in the comment section. Let me know if you have one of these, at least one of these. If you don't have any of these two, can you put in the comment section? Let me know whether you are going to get yourself some of these things so that it can help protect you. Your lungs are the space. It's like a space haven for the heart to actually, or the body to actually function adequately. And so if you are going to do this, I want to see one or two comments down there indicating that people are really going to do this. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like, you share the video to someone else so that they can also benefit from it. I'll see you tomorrow in the next video.